Welcome, Twin Flames, to my channel, Rainbow Wizard. I'll be doing a reading for Twin Flames. And this will be for the middle of October. I hope you are doing amazing. Thank you so much for being here. Sorry there's been far and few between some of the readings. And I have at least managed to do the 12 signs in one weekend. I will also switch on the comments. I'm a big advocate of mental health, and please be mindful about your comments, not just to me, but to anyone. I have actually been very fortunate when I had my comments on. Comments are amazing. So I don't really talk about any bad experience, but I notice things, and yeah, I just think it's such an important thing to keep in mind, you know, comments. So thank you very much for being here, and I'm looking forward to do your reading. This reading, as usual, got me up very, very early, so bear with me. I haven't really had much sleep, but when I have to do these readings early, I just have to go with it. And I'm looking forward. Okay, I'm using the Rider-Waite Giant deck. And I shall start. We are in the season of Libra. And it is today. My goodness, what date is it today? I believe it is the 7th of October. Too early in the morning, I can't even speak, so let's see what this reading entails. I'm joking. I can always read cards, even when I'm tired. All right, let's start. If I can get these cards together, you can always fast forward. I do always shuffle on the screen because that is when I also connect with those that are listening. You don't have to always, leave a comment or for me to absorb a particular story, right? But I do connect always with the viewers that are attending in advance, live or not live. So, Twin Flames, here we are. Here's your reading. The Ace of Swords. Beautiful card. Clarity. Many of you will be coming into a period where you rise again. If your voice and actions were not heard and not seen, you are ready to speak with a very clear voice and also with a clear mind. And the universe is protecting you with the crown on top of the sword here. Now, in the recent past, you have evaluated your emotions. You evaluated where you stand with your emotions. And where you stand with your emotions is that you are going into a time where you will fight to keep harmony in your life. You have evaluated what it takes to feel in harmony. And that is so many factors, as we all know. Your counterparts, they feel the 10 of Pentacles. They feel that if you have not been in contact with them, if you haven't even met them, something's happened to them during a time of this restoration. I mean, not really restoration from the union as such, but maybe it is. But I am seeing with the big capital letters that reunion is on the cards based on a significant break. We also have the Emperor showing up in their in their environment, current surroundings, and you with the Empress. It couldn't be more clear. Someone here is feeling the lack of this union. Because without you by their side, with this coldness, without you there, they can't feel those feelings that they feel when they are in contact with you. And as you know, with a twin flame journey, it doesn't mean that someone have to send you a message or there has to be a meeting. There is a, it's divided. Some of you might not even have spoken to this person for 5 years, 5 days, 5 weeks, 5 months. Some of you might have 5 months before you will meet them. But there have been many synchronicities along this journey. But the interesting part is, before you come into union, there will be some weeks without any synchronicities at all. And that is a sign that your person is coming into their highest alignment, their highest purpose, which is to serve you, which is to serve this union. And we have the Queen of Cups. There is a synchronicity here with two people molding into one. And it is happening during a time where what you believe is that you are from here on driving your own journey for you without this person. You have wiped this person off your mind, off your life, off the map. You have been raising the white flag and you are focused on moving into a period of feeling just purity and harmony. That is your focus. You don't feel that you have nothing to lose. And the same with your person. And at this time, feeling that you have nothing to lose but everything to gain. Not waiting, not watching, just feeling present. It is the time when union will happen. They know that one day soon, they will be able to connect with you somehow. But they also know where you're at. The Queen of Swords, you have, you're breathing cold air, or that's what they believe that you will, or that's where they believe you're still at with them. Regardless though, I see someone here, they are maturing in their ways. It's taken a lot out of them to surrender into this union, to surrender into themselves really, because it's never really about the other person, it's about what's happening to oneself. It is that having nothing to lose. And with the Ten of Wands here, the burden will be released. There will be no resistance anymore. Sorry, these cards are a bit large, so hopefully you can see them. So we have 3 pairs. So this was a card game. You know, you won. I don't really play those kind of cards, interestingly enough. I have no clue about it. So, but King of Pentacles and the Queen of Pentacles. There is also another person around you. This other person could be closer than your twin flame at this stage. And the other person could seem like it is that choice for you. Because also with the King of Pentacles and the Queen of Pentacles, it is the union that can build the Ten of Pentacles faster. If you want to share your economy, you want to grow, you want to have more practical elements in the union, that is likely to go faster. But a twin flame union, there is nothing more fulfilling than the twin flame union that is coming into the Ten of Pentacles. So I'm seeing that and feeling that there is a few more tweaks to be done here. And that is where the transformation happens at the final outcome, where in the next few weeks, it is to take the burdens and keep going uphill, keep doing it, because the destination is not yet reached. In the current surroundings here, let's see who your twin flame is. This person, your person could have Aries in their chart. They put on their red coat. The red is for love. They have put their crown on and they're coming straight towards you. They know where they're going. There is no doubt where they are going. They could be on a geographical distance where it's quite required to travel for a day, perhaps, or even longer. In their feelings, they know where they're heading. There is only one Queen of Cups for them. There is only one person that can melt or set their heart on fire. There is only one person that they can love as much as they can love you, because that love they are also giving to themselves. The Lovers. They have a strong pull towards you. If you've been with your twin flame, if you are even in union, if you are on this journey, the connection that you have, it's not something that can be described to other people. It's only something that is within you, is within them, and it's there. Because when you describe a feeling, right, with a twin flame, it's more than saying that you're in love with someone. It is a lot deeper than that. It often cannot be described. They feel, you see this person here, they are, one of them is invisible, but they're still molded into one. Even if you haven't seen this person, even if they haven't seen you, they are the sign for them that you are their twin, or that this union is meant to be, that you are meant to be, that they have to be with you. It is the sign that even if they haven't spoken to you for as long as 5 years, it feels like yesterday. It doesn't fade. It's always present. And anyone else will always be the second runner-up. So they are taking steps to come towards you, but they know that being realistic, if they have not been in touch with you whatsoever and they have to follow purely their guidance, their inner guidance, following their consciousness, following this new journey they are on, there is no one that can help them but themselves. It is like being lost in the desert, but knowing that one of these exits will lead you to land, right? Following the gut feeling, following the instinct, putting fear away. Have you ever got lost? I recall myself one time, I got so lost. I won't go into detail, but it was the most bizarre thing ever. I lost my phone. Came out of a festival. I was in the middle of a festival, but I was drunk, clearly. But anyway, the point is that I did just speak to someone, and I ended up walking with someone to ask sort of to use the person's phone, right, which I was received a lot of help and support, so that was amazing because I wasn't alone, right? I lost my friend. But actually, when I decided that, and I literally I did not have the address, I did not have a phone, I didn't sleep. I was clearly younger then, but just to give you an example, I said to myself, what signs have I got that will lead me back to the place where I'm staying? And then I recalled, when I was driving in a taxi, it was the first time I stayed there. I'd never been there before. And I remember the taxi driver pointing, they said, see this tall building there? Explain that. And I remember, I put it all together. I walked into a tourist shop, but pulled out a map and I found it there. And I ended up walking, and I walked straight into the building, and I knocked on the door. Someone else opened the door. And I was like, oh my God, yeah, well, that was ridiculous. I'm probably still drunk. I was still drunk. Person opened the door. I went in and sat in the living room. And the person said, what are you doing in my living room? I said, no, this is my destination. I'm not leaving. And then I explained, and I said who I'm looking for. And then he said, the person that you're looking for, he just asked for you. He lives across the hallway. And my friend at the time could not believe that I have found this place on my own in this way, purely by the gut feeling and the state that I was in, right? So, but my advice here is, dear twins, is that twin flames, regardless of the grub, regardless of the, any illness, poverty, distance, you name it, that flame will be burning in, and you will find union. And when you get to the destination, and you could still split up again, but you will always come back together. It's just how it is meant to be. It's destiny, wheel of fortune. But see here, the devil, they, however, are very, 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 very unsure at times. They could start doing something excessive at times, right? That could be, what do you do if you panic in the middle of the street and you don't know, you could start screaming. I mean, I was close. Can you imagine? Most people would. You're so tired and you are hungover, let's say, and you just know that if I lose my shit right now, without any money, without any phone, in the middle of nowhere, in a big city, I have no idea where nothing and no one is, and I don't remember a single number, what the fuck do I do? Right? You could lose it. You can lose your shit, but if you lose your shit, it's going to take, you're going to get so lost. And I think your person here had lost their shit, and they did fall off the wagon, and they did get lost, right? They took a massive, 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 massive world around trip instead of taking the shortcut. And that was painful for them. That was really painful for them. They did not have to do it. They did. This person, they were sneaky, ghosted you, treated you mean and cruel. But at the same time, they treated themselves mean and cruel. So that's where they are coming back from. I see they are drying off. There is a rescue at hand. There is a drying their, drying off the nightmare. But see here, in their current surroundings, following destiny, in their feelings for you, it's a spiritual learning. They know that you and only you will bring them to the best place in the world. And that is when they're complete at one with themselves and their twin flame. Now, they are still a little unsure here. You see, there is something, they are very, very, very strategic. They are very, 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 very strategic. Because they know who you are. So they now have found the destination, the stop where they're supposed to go. Right? So that's a big relief for them. They found now a solution. This is someone that's found a solution. Maybe they don't know where you live, right? Maybe they don't know how to find you. Excuse me, I need some coffee. They don't know exactly those. They don't know the easy part, right? They wanted it easy. With you, they will not get easy. They will have to do everything the proper way, meaning if they don't have your number, if you are not reachable in the easy ways, which we know these days are social media, right? Someone just sort of fluctuates around everyone is there. But if you are, if that is not an option, if all these options are out, or if you know where they are, but you are not going to surrender. You keep looking down, and they know that. They know with their inner wisdom that they are gaining. They know that regardless if you're in front of them, if they have no idea where you are on this planet, right? They don't even know if you're alive, perhaps. There could be one extreme to the other. It doesn't make a difference about the union coming into union itself. They have to take that light and they have to find you with their emotions and connect. It is the only way they can come into union. But see, they've had a nightmare at their hands, right? So it's a bit like where there's some immaturity here. They're very strategic, right? But they are sort of a bit like, they're running around on their adrenaline, right? And they know that if they close their eyes, if they stop, right? And they will not wake up for a long time, and maybe that's what's happened. And even when they wake up, it's as if they look outside and they feel with the Four of Swords is frazzled, feeling after any kind of recovery, right? And so you should. I mean, you don't. Many of us have got COVID during these years, right? Personally, myself got it. It took me like a very long time to recover, and if I just jumped up and went straight to the gym back in the first years, but it doesn't, it's not about getting first or last. It wouldn't be a good idea, or I wouldn't feel so confident. I actually remember trying to read cards. My voice was shaking. I knew I was still going to do cards. There wasn't never doubt of doing that, right? But I was shaking in my voice. So you have someone here that had never tried another avenue. Then the Seven of Swords. They take shortcuts. If the shortcut don't work, they try somewhere else, but they don't want to be somewhere else. There is no other way for them. So they know there's no other way to you than sincerity, vulnerability, the high road to the Ten of Pentacles. There is no other road to you. Simply don't exist. So they found this road, they're on it, but they could feel like a 100-year-old person here, and no offense to anyone that's 100-year-old, because never underestimate who has more strength in this lifetime. Now, but they don't see, at this stage, they had to change their lifestyle. If you think about yourself, myself, when you go lost on that road, right? You just think of it, if you think of you lived in 1800, right? Could have been walking still. If I really went the wrong way, right? Let's say if I really panicked, let's say if this was in the 1800, God knows I'll be in, maybe I'll be in, some other country like, I probably, how far would I have walked? I don't know. I was in Spain at the time. I could have walked down to Africa, right? I could have walked, I'm just putting a big sort of crazy perspective here, right? This person went such long way around to realize what they have to do to get you, because they didn't want to go that route. If you didn't pick up the phone when they were screaming and shouting, or even if they didn't try to call you, maybe they wanted you to look for them, even if they told you don't look for me, they ignored you. They wanted you to look for them, and they were like, well, if they don't hammer down my door, even though I treat them like, BS, like not doing that, I'm going that way, so that way is mine. So the more the burdens piled on, right? So yeah, that's where they're at. They could be a Leo, Virgo, Gemini. So here they come. Here they come. There is no other option for them. They're going to do what they have to do, because they're running around without a half piece missing of themselves. They don't want to be without that half. They just cannot be without that half. Because when they're without the half, they lost everything. They lost everything. They lost everything with it. What means to lose everything from them. And most of the time it is your soul, right? Is losing the purpose, losing the drive, losing the missing link, and then some. So I'm going to take a break, and I'll be right back. So let's talk about you, shall we? The Empress. In your current surroundings, You're being seen as the Empress. The Empress, you are being seen as the end-all be-all to the world, surroundings around you. Perhaps you're also being seen as very cool, aloof, and withdrawn. And you might not even feel like yourself as an Empress. You feel just like yourself, because the Empress feel also like themselves. You have reached that journey where you could say, well, here I am. It's bloody hard work to be an Empress. I'm not sure if I quite enjoy it. I'm not sure if I quite enjoy being this cool and aloof and have the status to my name. But the Empress also wants to be completed with the Emperor. You need both the masculine and the feminine energy, regardless of the gender, to come into union. Now, the Hanged Man, yeah. You now have reached a place where you're saying, I do not need to rush this love. There was a time that I wanted to rush it. But now I got other things on my mind. I have a lot on my plate. The Empress has a lot on her plate. And it's not meaning that everything is a walk in a park. It's not easy to have a lot on. Could be tired, could be, all kinds of ways, right? Going through days like anybody else. Nobody wakes up and feels fantastic every day, especially when you work hard, right? There is a lot of feelings that is also to do with physical, right? The physical surroundings. But see, in your current surroundings also, something that you have learned throughout experience and maturity is the fact that regardless where you are, let's say that you have a week, a month, a year where you said, wow, I really achieved something great. You do not change your work or the input. And there's also something to do with balance, is also to say, I cannot always perform at my absolute best. I can't always tick off every single box on my list and say, that is easy to do. Rest assured, it also depends where you are in life, right? It is, I think all through our different age, we have different energy, right? So I think that when you get actually older, you can sometimes do a bit less and you can seem that you're a bit lazy, but you know how to work smarter, for instance. But when you are younger, I used to myself, I was like, so much energy, right? If I just work from 8 o'clock to 11 o'clock at night and I slept really well and up and repeated thing every single day, I'll be the most successful. But I was not, right? But everybody goes through whatever they're going through, right? Each age, where you are, there is no one size fit all when it comes to what is an achievement, but there's something that I see for you. See, there's a bonsai tree, perhaps. And you have to I haven't had one, actually. I wish I had one. Should get one. But it's that there will be growth from what you planted. Patience, 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 patience. One of your key strengths here is patience. Patience is underestimated and it is very important. While others rush around and make crazy decisions because the world might point you that way or the surroundings might point you that way, and that is the difference from someone being a page to an empress, because regardless of the noise around you, and boy, will you give into it sometimes and think, just cannot, this is my day to rant, or this is my day to cry, this is my day to do something chaotic. But even so, you keep something that is really crucial for you, and that you do water your plants every day. You manage, I see something with you that perhaps others would underestimate and say, well, you haven't done much today. But the things with the Empress, once they reach the Empress and nurture it, you don't have to do as much as everybody else, because you have already climbed that ladder in some ways. So many of you could have reached that peak of your profession, right? Doesn't mean that you love your job and think that your shit don't stink whenever you go to work or whenever you do your craft. It just means that because you have gone through that cycle over and over and over and over again, you have also learned that I must still do some investment every single day. And that is actually the smallest thing that you do is actually here going in your favor. Now, in your feelings, there will be someone approaching you very fast. This person could have Earth as a sun sign. This person could have air as a moon sign or rising sign. Because when they're in their emotions or how people perceive them, it could be very much air. This person here is looking for you, and this person is not someone that is on that twin flame journey. I see someone here that is a suitable match to you. And they will come in and they will match themselves with you. They will, because also when the Empress reached the Empress or the Emperor reached the Emperor, like you draw people to you like moth to a flame. But because of this inner harmony, there's something that you know is coming towards you. And the Empress will only wait for the ultimate achievement, even if it will take 100 years. There is something you want to tweak here. And also, remember that it doesn't have to be, by my calculations, right, and all the tarot readings that I watched, I now know that if I wait until the 1st of December, then my person will be by my side, and I'll be then rest assured that I said no thanks to everything else so that I'm ready. It's not like that, because again, remember, the twin flame journey is also about that little tweak that you need to give to yourself. It is that missing link to yourself. You're going to find out in the next weeks what that is to you, and that has nothing to do with them in that sense. As I mentioned, with the actual date, it has to do with, for some of you, it could be to do with your health. It could be, because here as well, it could be that you have felt depleted. Coming out of the death energy is also, that was hard. It's a big change in your life. Like the tower happened probably a long time ago, and then the death, and then it's that of now I am ready now to but I need to have some tweaks. I cannot rush it. The Empress stays in a healthy way. Don't throw yourself in front of the bus when you, or go in front of a bus even. I don't know why I came up with that, but it's something about you don't, if you feel fragile, doesn't matter it's not about the status, it is about the right time. There's something about you that you're tweaking. And whatever that is for you, we all have different goals. Right? You are in your, 20s. There would be, oh, actually, no, I want to go to the gym. I have this to complete. I want to look I want to look a certain way, let's say. There could be, maybe you're looking after a family member and I have to carry out this responsibility. Maybe you are building a business and you know that you're not able to focus on much else than building that business or finalizing something here, right? There's something for you that you are finalizing. Could also be that you have had a depletion in finances, a shock in the finances, a change in the financial situation, but now you're building yourself up again, and you're saying that right now I need to get things under control, right? So there's something that you are really taking your time to say, I need to do this for me, and that is exactly where you will reach to release these burdens. And that is when you are ready to come into union. Sometimes you could be ready to come into union when you are the most exhausted. Whereas many will think, oh, I'm just going to wake up one day and I'm going to be like, have the best night's sleep, right? No health issues whatsoever. Everything is in alignment. All the ducks is in a row. Who has all their ducks in a row in every single aspect of their life, right? It's impossible. Now, but it has to do with something specific for you, and that is for you to know. But that's it. For many of you, it has to do with a balance in your life that could have been off kilter. So I don't see the devil here. So it's not about something toxic. It's something that's been off balance. You are going to find the balance. And for many of you, it is actually enjoyment of your life. Because carrying all these burdens, right? You don't have much time to smile and jump around and be very happy. It can be, it's hard to find that. So it's something about you learning as well to, because being under stress or burdens or having work to do and then at the same time feeling like really appreciative. I mean, it just depends on you. We all have our things, right? For if I say something personal about me, it has to do with, I link everything, I say, I can't sleep sometimes, right? And I think if I had a bad night's sleep, if I'm stressed, the whole day is ruined. And I've been telling myself that all the time. And sometimes I improve, sometimes I don't because I get off kilter. So that then it could be like, no, everything is going downhill because I can't sleep for some, right? So if that's just an example, for you, it could be that it's something about you saying there's something you want to do for you. It's got something to do with vitality, and the vitality that you will gain. You feel that when you gain this vitality, you will also feel like you're moving forward. There's something about feeling lighter, happier, because coming out of the death, with the death, here the transformation, right? And the Five of Pentacles, that is a time where you feel depleted in some shape or form. Absolutely. Transformation, I mean, that, can you imagine something that takes its toll? It's just that, transformation. You probably didn't even ask for it. You didn't plan it, right? But I'm seeing here, now when it's happened, it's given you a new perspective. You are going to do what's required to move into a faster, happier, lighter period. I mean, a lot lighter than the death and the Five of Pentacles. That was hard because it was hard to walk away from what you had to walk away from. It was really hard to do that. Many of you walked away from a King of Cups that you knew they weren't ready. Many of you didn't have a choice. You didn't even walk away. The person went missing, but with the Seven of Swords. So you accepted a loss of someone as well. Some of you, and I'm really sorry, really, really sorry, regardless, it could have been someone passing as well, right? But I don't usually, I don't know how to predict, death, to be honest, with you, regardless of a personal reading or not. So I will not predict it here on YouTube either, because I just don't know how to read the cards like that. And I also do think when it comes to, such serious, it can't be more serious than that, right? I think if I was to have the ability to read such, then I probably would have warned you before, and I would say, well, if you want to see, then, So how I am seeing here is that something huge have changed, especially in your life, that really, really, really made you put a leaf over, and you didn't have a choice. I see here it's something that it happened and you didn't have a choice. So it is likely that this person, for some, that could have gone missing in action, right? And you didn't really have a choice how to reach them, right? So you then decided, okay, this is my time to move on from this person as to come into union. So that's possible. So whilst you went through these motions as well, so there's two different journeys here, right? So if you are the one that where, let's say, this person went missing and you said, well, now I definitely have to accept them moving. That sometimes, and then your person left and they realize, can I come back, right? Probably not. You could be that, well, they're missing, so I've been spending a lot of time moving them out. So there is a defensive, right? For a long time, defensive for this person. It's like, even if they show themselves 10 times over, not coming near me, right? Rightly so here. If you're feeling the death in the Five of Pentacles, well, it wouldn't matter if they did knock on your door. So there is something that says in this reading, there is something significant that has happened and some time have passed. But there is also here walking away. So some could have walked away from an earth sign. And I believe it is your person could walk away from a female earth sign with Pisces in their chart. There is two people, each to their own, going through a transformation. What is the most likely outcome here? It is two people knowing who their twin flame is. They know that you are the only person they can feel this way with. You know who this person is because you know that you would not feel the death if you wouldn't go through a death feeling transformation to overcome a loss of someone if they were into twin flame, but you are not in your emotions. So here there is also this runner chaser dynamic changing, because you are striving now to put emotions into yourself here. Now they want to put emotions into you, but again, you need to feel that happiness within yourself. And again, it doesn't have necessarily to do with them, and maybe it has. So you are all on different journeys. But for you, you know that you are looking for that final tweak where you feel so complete by yourself that there is nothing or nothing else or no one else or nothing, a situation that can make you happier. You are finding that feeling. That is your goal. For your person here, this person, your person, I'm picking up that they have not managed in this lifetime to be alone. Your person is someone that have not been alone. This person could have been someone that always have been in a relationship or always have a lot of people around them. Let's sing to them, shall we? It's been a while. When your baby leaves you all alone and nobody calls you on the phone, don't you feel like you're crying? Don't you feel like you're crying? Well, here I am, honey. Oh, come on, you can cry to me when you're all alone in your lonely room, and there is nothing but the smell of a perfume. Don't you feel like you're crying? Don't you feel like you're crying? Oh, come on, baby, you can cry to me. Oh, nothing is sadder than a glass of wine alone. Loneliness is such a waste of your time. Woo-hoo. Let's stop there. Oh, they are lonely. They are lonely. And they don't like to be lonely. All by themselves. This person is getting used to being on their own. But not on their own. It is getting used to seeing themselves in the mirror, feeling like the King of Cups, vulnerable. And once they feel vulnerable, they will start to look themselves in the mirror more often, because then they say, I have now been bearing my, feelings all in the open. I have try to hide, I try to escape, but what for? And there is something about you here on your journey. It's something about finding out what makes you happy, what drives you, what puts you on fire. You are going to find a way to deal with your burdens while still being happy and enjoying the burdens. And that's not an easy task. Not by any stretch. But there is movement and change. There's preparation. There is an awakening happening here. Someone is going it alone. and they're going it alone to get ready for their Queen of Cups, their Empress, regardless of the gender. I knew it was worthwhile getting up early in the morning. So, yeah, I think we're getting to the end here of the reading, but we shall have some oracle cards. Where are they? Now, this part here is an important part. Why it is so important, it is because I believe that for you, there was a time where this person's presence, even though you weren't with them or something to do about the connection, it would make you feel very happy. And you might have thought that was real happiness, that was what you were waiting for. But now is no longer what you're waiting for. You are going to find a happiness and a calmness within you. And that is part of the Seven of Pentacles. It is something that you cannot rush. It is also a habit you have to break. You all know what it is. I do not think it has to do with an addiction. I see it's a happiness that you are going to find by trying something new, trying something that it might feel exhausting at first, but it's part of your routine. Some of you could be, it's just so many different things, and you know what that is for you. Perhaps some of you are going to focus more on your inner happiness than your outside happiness. Perhaps you have spent too much time on your looks. Or if it's not, it's going to be the other way around. It is also important. It's that sometimes, right, there is also that, the Empress can be very beautiful regardless of the gender, or the Emperor can be very beautiful. And you were like, well, you look so beautiful. Surely you're going to master everything like many. Sometimes that can be, one might say that if you are part of if you are, the picture perfect look, as one might say, that, okay, this is exactly how I want to look. But then, I wouldn't, that's why sometimes we make joke and we said, oh, if I lose this weight, like even if I am heartbroken, how many people have said that when you're heartbroken, you lose weight? And you say for a laugh that if I was heartbroken again, remember how much weight I lost? Or you could be saying that, personally, I'll say something like, I wish I was still partying, right? At least I had a good night's sleep. I suffer from insomnia, right? Because I don't party anymore. Or you could be saying that, it's that everyone could be telling you, like, you look so beautiful. So it's that almost like you got a label and saying that, oh, you look a certain way. So nobody takes consideration to how you feel. You feel under the weather. But then you hear that, oh, you look so good, like you don't, and so it's something that you will go inwards. You're going to go inwards here. Or if it's the other way, if you've also been telling yourself, because that is often the majority, and I do hear it a lot, and trust me, I've also been there. It is that, no, I kind of feel all right, but I can't look like this. I need to, no, sorry. Oh God. I smoked recently. I had a celebration my friend's birthday. You can be someone that says, no, I need to complete something. Let's say, well, I have all these grooming activities, got to tick them off my list. And if I tick them off my list, I'm going to be complete, well presented with a big red bow, and I'll be ready for whoever wants to pick me up. But trust me, it is the advice here from the reading is that saying, whatever you have been doing up until now has got you where you want to be, and it is in the right place, I would say, for many. But not to get back to the Death and the Five of Pentacles, because no one want to be there. It is a waste of time. You could have also felt lonely. It's depleted. It's not a good place to be. You are going to find out a way how to avoid being back there again. And it could be something that you ignored here, and it put you in this place. Maybe you wasted money. Maybe you didn't, stay patient. You did things too fast. Maybe you said, oh, I've already transformed. I'm good to go. Maybe you went out you know, maybe you spend 3 months, it's been summer over here, right? You maybe were like, well, is this period, I'm just going to flash my cash, I'm just going to go all out, whatever that means to you, right? I got everything I need, so I'm going to buy myself something nice every day. You are going to find a solution here in a way of feeling inner completion, vitality, and you are going to be, you are going to reach this place of right now, how I am right now, regardless of if I had a bad night's sleep, or if I did eat too much and I got a stomach ache, or if I look like shit because I didn't sleep, or maybe I can't now afford to look a certain way because lack of money. You know, rest assured that many of us spend in the modern day a lot of money on our looks because we can sometimes, and because it's just a sport. And I am not someone that's judging here. I think everyone, and maybe I said sport here, it's something for you. You are going to find yourself in a way where you see, you know what, this is where I want to be. This is now, I feel complete on the outside and the inside, and I feel just right. It's with the Temperance. The Temperance is a beautiful card. And feeling that way, I mean, that is, in addition to the Empress, you're in a good place. But you're not there yet, but you will be. See, the Chaser, fear of abandonment. So this person is fear of abandonment, right? And the girl with the snake, charmed or used, enable boundaries. So, sword and a rose. And you saw in the beginning, we have the sword and the crown here, the Ace of Swords. Honor and protection, determination, clarity and truth and revelations. The sword and the rose. You see here your person, they're coming with a rose, but you might chop that rose off right at the top. So it's they have to talk as well. Someone here could probably be at radio silence. Maybe they never even did speak much. Often twin flame union is not the best of communication, right? People say, oh, in a relationship where you can talk to someone, but there is someone here that don't talk. Maybe someone don't even speak the same language, right? So the typical communication where you have a chat, it doesn't work like that, because nothing works like that in a twin flame union. Nothing is how it usually would be here. But two people know that's where they want to be with each other within this union, and with that better version of themselves, right? So here we go. There could be someone here. There is someone here feeling very sad here. They walked away from someone. Someone could have walked away from a Queen of Pentacles, moving forward with the Chariot, going through an awakening here, but also feeling sad, realizing what they actually wanted. It is gone. And that gone could be you, right? So as you're hearing this reading, you could say, well, that is too bad, because that is not going to happen. So it is, if you're here, of course, you're here for a reason. And you will understand this journey by this time. And you probably have also an inner knowing where you are at in this journey. Year of the Snake could be significant. Year of the Pig could be significant. Year of the Tiger could be significant, and Year of the Horse could be significant. Double confirmation of Year of the Pig. Now, when it comes to who gets along, I mean, I heard that Year of the Snake, Year of the Pig doesn't get along, but I don't really think that Chinese signs can be put together. I really thoroughly don't. I mean, I've seen, you know, Year of the Snake, Year of the Pig, happily married, right? As someone that I always ask for people, I analyze people. I've always done that, bad habit. But if you look at the actual compatibility, like say Tiger and Horse, these are Aquarius in the energies. They can resemble Aquarius and Gemini a bit. Personally, a lot of friends Year of the Tiger. I'm Year of the Horse. Personally, I'm born on the cusp. I would say, I don't know if you can be born on the cusp, but I'm very, very much on the cusp of the Chinese shift. So you don't read about that in any books. But again, I would say Chinese signs it is more of an, it's however you feel. I think when you read up about your sign and chart is how you feel it resembles to you, right? That's what they're there for. But I mean, you could also be surrounded. Year of the Pig, because we have the Death card here, Scorpio. A Year of the Pig also resembles Scorpio energy. Very, very strong characters as well here around you. I see for many of you, you also have, there is someone that will be very much sort of moving straight towards you. And because when you've done that tweak that you are looking, well, that you're making, right, in your life, and this is all about you, I see that you are not really in your feelings, you see, you are more about, this is sometimes the last hurdle, which can feel, you might think that, well, now I got to the end of that journey. You must think that I wake up feeling like butterflies in my stomach, right? But that might not be the case, because you have to feel like that yourself, and that is your last part of the journey. How do you feel? How do you feel those feelings by yourself? What does it take? So you're going to do whatever it takes to feel that way by yourself here. There could be children involved here. There is also a soulmate that could show up. I don't have the soulmate card, but there might also be someone that is, again, there's someone here that's coming towards you, earth sign, that could develop romantic feelings with you and them, and you get to know this person. And then there is this divine timing that is at play. Whatever is happening these days, it is very much a divine timing, regardless of the outcome. Because remember here, this is two people, this twin flame journey, that someone here is moving away from an old way of being. I see your person also. They could, because there is a choice in love. So because they have shed an old skin, but they could be in another connection where supposedly it's seeing what they wanted, but there's something uneasy inside of them and they're like, I can't really enjoy it. And that's what's bugging them. And they know what that is. It's you. And that could be the same for you. You could have also reached that certain stage, a certain place in your life, and you are sort of, oh, I'm so over them. But at the same time, you have this sort of inkling that, oh, it doesn't matter how I twist and turn it, right? I know that there is someone here that will make me feel that way, and you're trying to avoid someone like the plague in that way. So here it is very much it's sort of flashing in this reading today. It's about finding a feeling that will put you in this great feeling, and you're doing it by yourself. That's when you know that you are ready to come into union with your twin flame. And if that requires to fall in love with someone else, you might do that to get the romantic feelings. There are many ways to get the feelings. This is about you feeling good about something that you haven't felt for a long, long time. More fun. Maybe you can't have fun. You've been tired and exhausted. It's like, when we go through really, really difficult times, right? It's one thing to say, I used to be one of those. I've always been very, very fortunate all my life about really never experiencing any disasters where I found it's disaster, right? And I probably was someone that always say like, you can pick yourself up like that, because I never suffered from any kind of depression or anything like that in my young days. So I could have been like probably about until, there will be a certain age, right? So then you experience, a lot of us unforeseen. We know anyone that experienced losing, such as close family, right? That brings a transformation. Anyone that's experienced someone going through illness or yourself, there are huge things. World chaos, right? Disasters, all these things, it will change your path. It will force you to come into a change at that moment, right? So I see here, something happened to you. That was that disaster, that was that change, and you've overcome it. You have achieved a lot, but there is something missing about not feeling something. You can't feel certain joy or happiness. There is and that is your journey right now, my dear twins. It is a journey that Could take a day. It could take, you know, it's like the book The Secret, right? You can manifest a button or a castle in one day, and rest assured that at times, myself, I think, oh, now I really got that manifestation, right? Like, now I really got it. And then there will be other days when you think, nah. or you know, as a woman, you might say that hormones, right? That would be one thing you said, that hormones do not classify for manifesting. No, women and their hormones getting hit by hormone imbalance, right? That we will say, at least I will do that. I would say, no, that doesn't count. You cannot manifest when you're in that place, because that doesn't count. And everyone that knows what I'm talking about would say, no, you're right. You know what I mean? So it's something that you have not discovered yet about what makes you happy. Maybe you discovered it, but you don't want to tell yourself or anyone else, or you try to avoid it. Whatever it is to you, you will find that, because that's what requires for you to come into union, and you know it. It has also to do with the loss, feeling loss, not able to looking at the joy of what was. You're dealing with someone here that could be extremely childish, extremely, you know, someone here that's juggling, someone here that's in third-party situations, right? You could be dealing with someone like that. This is someone that is releasing themselves from their past ways. It's clear here, someone is releasing themselves, but you haven't seen them because you're standing with your back to them. You don't want to see them either. And there's nothing anyone can say and do for you to say, even if they're in front of you, if you don't have a choice or whatever it is. It is something that you have to face according to your feelings. It has to do with something that you experience about someone. It is a judgment that you pass on someone, and without you knowing it, you could have sort of said, that's who they are. I will never, ever, ever forgive them. Or I will never be able to look at them in another way. Maybe it's not even them. Maybe it's someone else. That it's something like that. It's all in here. And that is for you to decide. It's not for me to advise or tell you what to do here. You know what it is for you. And once you release that, you are going to experience great love. Great love, it is spiritual. It is a lot of it. And you are always going to feel that feeling whenever you want to feel that feeling. It's something that you've lost. You're going to find it again. So there, twin flames, this was the reading. I hope you have a wonderful weekend. And please like, subscribe, share the video, and you can leave a comment.